Men are tired of approaching women. And it's not just that we are tired of rejection, it's that we are tired of being treated as if we're criminals or freaks or monsters just for approaching a woman or even just looking at her. The rejection wouldn't be so hard to deal with if the woman was polite about it, but unfortunately that's so seldom the case. A guy I met who was in his 20s, he was the sweetest guy in the world. He was like a big teddy bear, super sweet, super soft-spoken, very gentle in his mannerisms, his movement, his whole presence. He was so harmless. He said that he once asked a girl out and she immediately threatened to pepper spray him. I mean, this guy was totally unthreatening. It was broad daylight when he asked her out. He asked her out in a very polite, straightforward way. He was not creepy about it. And yet her knee-jerk reaction is that he is like gonna attack her or something. This is what makes it so hard. It's not just that it's a rejection. It's a, ew, you're a creep. You're gonna harm me, get away from me. It's much deeper than a rejection. Now, I think there's more going on here though. I don't think men are tired of asking women out just because of this hostility. I think that's part of it. But I think what causes men to be so tired of approaching women and what causes women to be so hostile when you approach them is more to do with the state of our culture, with how dating and romance and men and women is perceived and how it's talked about. We're all born into this culture. We are surrounded by an atmosphere that teaches us what is right and wrong, whether explicitly or implicitly. Whether it's the media we consume, the common bromides we hear from people around us, every single human interaction and product that surrounds us gives us an impression of what is and isn't acceptable. And we have grown up in a world that has told us that it's totally unacceptable and creepy and weird to approach a woman. Now, when you're given this your whole life, and you are not given any kind of, green light for approaching women, of being told that, hey, this is something good, this is something, you should want this, you should approach women. If you're never given that kind of support of, this is something that you should want and it's good, and you're only given a negative, it's going to make it exponentially more difficult to gain the courage to go ask a woman out. And it's going to make it that much harder on you when she turns you down, especially when she condemns you for it, because that's what the whole world has been doing your whole life. And it's going to make it that much more difficult to bounce back. Rather than growing up in a culture that shows us how important romance is, instead of seeing movies and hearing music that talks about how wonderful love is and how important the connection between a man and a woman is, instead of hearing that, we get the total opposite. We're told that a woman rejecting a man's advances is a sign of her independence, and that's actually a virtuous thing for her to do, is for her to reject love, and that the man approaching in that scenario is trying to control her or harm her, and that ultimately men offer women no value whatsoever.
Not the immigrants are the problem, mostly men are the problem.
Isn't it just time for women to run the planet? I mean, because we, men, we've been running the show since what, 10,000 BC? Something like that? And we're not doing so good. So, please, can you guys just take over?
Do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no.
Well, you ain't getting hard cock from me.
So in other words, we grow up in a culture telling you that women do not want you, that your advances are not welcome, that your love is wrong. And this makes it unbelievably difficult to gain the courage, to gain the motivation at all to go approach a woman to, begin a relationship. And what's crazy is the attacks on romance are relentless, because it's not just the attacks on your advances toward women, you asking them out. It's also just to the very core of you finding women attractive at all. I mean, think about all the attacks on, men finding women attractive in the first place. Whether it's a supermodel on a billboard, video game characters that are attractive female characters in movies or TV shows, you looking at a woman across the room and liking her. It's all these things. The very conception of your, motivation to ask her out to begin with is under attack. And I did a video a little while ago talking about how baffling it is to me that women are asking why men aren't asking women out anymore. Yeah, it's just the attacks go down to the very core of men feeling attraction for women, let alone doing anything about it. And this is why it makes it so tiring to go into the dating world. Because you're under attack on every single level, on every single stage of dating, you're under attack. Now there's another level to this too, which is that even if you do muster up the courage to go talk to her, I think you're going to anticipate her hostility, which is going to put you on the defensive without even really realizing it, right? Because even if it's on a subconscious level, the experience plus the whole culture telling you, sort of attacking you for doing, what it is that you're going to do, asking her out, it's going to put you on the defensive, which even if that doesn't come across explicitly, it's going to hinder your ability to make a connection with her. You might come across a little distant or a little harsh or a little too forward, which might make her feel a little bit put upon, or maybe that you are a little bit weird. There's something off with the interaction, which will make her not react positively to you asking her out. So it's just sort of like, even if you don't intend to be creepy or weird, I think there is a level of defensiveness that we get without even really realizing it, because there's so much hostility around this whole topic, that we end up almost fulfilling the image of being a bit hostile or creepy without even realizing it. Before you've even done anything, your cup is overflowing with this feeling of being unwanted and unwelcome in the world. So just one more ew, gross, and that cup is overflowing. Because of how relentless the attacks are in our world, and the total absence of any kind of positive sanction or encouragement of dating and of romance in our world today. Each little rejection can knock you down for days or weeks, and it's not because you're pathetic. It's not because you can't handle rejection. It's because all you've ever been told your whole life is that you're unattractive, you're unwanted, you're unvalued, you're creepy, you're aggressive, and women are better off without you anyway. And sadly, the only solace that you can find is in the arms of other bitter men who project their bitterness onto all women in general. No, this is not the way forward. If you allow the bitterness to take you over, and allow that bitterness to make you resent and hate women and just check out of the dating world and give up on love, then that means feminism will have won. They want you to be bitter and angry, because that ensures that men and women stay apart. I think the only healthy thing for you to do is to cut out the modern culture. Cut out all the modern cultural products, modern TV shows, modern music, modern movies. Cut that crap out and surround yourself with older artistic products, music, movies, TV shows, and paintings on your walls that depict the importance and the beauty of love and of women and of the beautiful connection between men and women. If you spend your time watching modern media that shows men as dirty, disgusting, shallow scoundrels, then it's only going to be reinforcing that image in your mind. You may consciously disagree with that view, but if you're reinforcing it in your subconscious, it's only going to make you more fatigued with dating and unmotivated to pursue love. It is so important to nurture this part of yourself that wants these important values in life, like a romantic relationship, because the whole of our culture is trying to get you to give up on them. It's trying to twist these views of what a relationship is, of what women and what men are, into something, irreverent and disgusting. And by doing that, it kills your desire to want any of it. So do yourself a favor and surround yourself with healthy art. Now, I've got a list of nurturing art in the description below. So check that list out. It's totally free. You can download it on my website. And if you liked the video, drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time.
Well, you ain't getting hard cock from me. I'll tell you that.